So this is basically the 64th number part. Basically 63rd basically we have already discussed. In this basically we were discussing about the coding side, basically that is the modular coding, basically with the help of the change control board systems, because nowadays the system basically is going agile methodology side. Waterfall methodology basically are used in big level of companies like Accenture, Capgemini. They are also basically shifting into agile methodology. Why? Because the projects basically are getting more, basically. But in waterfall methodology, it's a long term projects, basically. Long term projects means that are the banking side, insurance group, basically. This whole group basically are into the long term side, basically. That basically they basically do the long term level coding, basically. That is basically given as a name as a waterfall methodology, basically. So waterfall methodology basically system group basically always use the long term methodology. So there also basically the coding should be modular wise only, but variable basically you can't create in you can't basically create variables in the procedure, basically means you can't basically create only procedure for variables only function basically for variables. That basically I want to say. Otherwise basically variables can be inside the functions procedure, basically. But for specially for variables basically you can't declare the function, you can't declare the, you can't create the function, you can't create the procedures, basically. So this is basically the change control board system, basically. And change control board system basically are those group basically who are into the change control. Whatever changes basically are given by the system group, that is the customer, basically they controls it with the help of the documentation, basically. That is the change control board document, basically, which says that basically maximum 10 changes basically we can take. Otherwise basically it will be chargeable as per the changes. So you can just imagine basically each and every departments basically are there for the software industry, basically. If customer basically are giving more changes basically they can be controlled, basically. So customer has to be ready according to the system, basically. That also you can say. So the customer basically keeps on giving change request, keeps on giving change request, that will not work. Otherwise basically the change control system board basically will restrict the change control, and they will basically restricted 10, and in that basically after 10 basically that change control board told that basically this will be chargeable. So according to that the store procedures functions, basically the coding side group department basically has to be ready according to this department, basically, and the according to the agile methodology. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about this topic.